What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a full Halloween, I'm gonna call this like a double header. This is a Halloween double header. I filmed two separate looks for you so you can kind of pick. One of them is obviously this look right here. This is, I guess I'm calling this like a 70s disco diva. And the second look is kind of like a really cool take on a witch, but like super easy. The funny story about me doing a witch look, I think my mom will really laugh at this because every year when I was little, I just wanted to be a witch. Like I was like, Mom, paint my body green, I'm going trick-or-treating. So weird though, like why would I want to be a witch every year? There's probably some like Freudian reason, I don't know. So that one was really fun. That one's definitely more of like a, if you want to go for like the scary Halloween costume route. Like some people don't like doing like the girly thing. They're both super simple and I wanted to make sure that they are something you can achieve. I feel like there are so many really complicated makeup looks out there for Halloween and like they're just over the top and I'm like, no one can do that. So I wanted to create things that you guys could actually do with things that you already own. So stuff in your own closet, stuff in your makeup collection, all that jazz. So with all of that said, let's jump right into this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. If you want to see how I became a disco diva and also a witch, keep on watching. I'm starting off by priming with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I'm having a couple of breakouts right now, so I'm gonna need to cover those up. For foundation, I'm going in with the Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation. I'm gonna mix it with the Amazonian Clay Foundation from Tarte. I want a very full coverage look. Going in with my Morphe M439, this is my favorite foundation brush, just putting that on the brush. And this is gonna be just a very basic base, like kind of what you would normally do. I'm going to conceal with my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm gonna set my face with the RCMA translucent powder. Any translucent powder will work for this. Mine is a mess. So I'm just putting that on my beauty blender and I'm just pressing it into the skin and I'm doing this all over my face. Next up, I'm just gonna fill my brows in really quick. This is the Tarte Brow Architect and I'm not gonna go like super precise, crazy here. I really just want there to not be the bald spots that there are on my eyebrows. But I'm gonna make it a little bit like disheveled looking. Now I'm gonna go in with my brow gel, so any brow gel that you have. If you don't have a brow gel, just take a bar of soap and a spoolie and kind of rub the spoolie over the soap and get a little bit of that soap on there. Now I'm gonna line my eyes, so I'm just grabbing this is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner, and I'm gonna just do my waterline. The next thing you're gonna do is find any green eyeshadow that you have. So I kind of went through all my palettes and found as many greens as I could. The Jaclyn Hill palette has 2 or 3 really good ones that I'm gonna use, so I'm gonna be in that. Zodiac palette from BH Cosmetics, and there's a good green in here. So I'm kind of going to be mixing a bunch of them together. I am going to start using a kind of fluffy, this is just a standard highlighter brush. It's the Morphe M501, and it's going to really allow me to blend those shades all together. I'm going to start in this guy right here in the Jaclyn palette. So I'm just going to start out right here on my temple. And I'm just gonna start blending this like this. Kind of bring it down near the brow. And I'm just blending. I'm in the same shade. Down towards the center of my forehead. And then back up and over. In the same spot on the other side. Okay, and you're gonna start seeing this come together here. Now I'm gonna bring this down, like right here. Right where you would contour almost, and create like this C shape up onto the cheek. Now I'm gonna dip into this shade right here. This is from the Laura Lee Party Animal palette. It's just like a yellowy green shade. Because this is a little bit more blue green, I want to make it a little bit more yellowy. So I'm gonna kind of blend that all over together to kind of change the shade of this. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so I went in with a makeup wipe and pulled all of this down. I didn't want it covering my entire forehead. I kind of want it to look more like a mask. So I pulled it down just with a makeup wipe, and then I went over it with a little bit of BB cream. Okay, once things are starting to look like this, I'm gonna go in with a more green shimmery shade. This shade right here is called Sagittarius. I'm gonna apply this one kind of right in the contour area. It's a little bit darker. And it's gonna give me just a more defined line. And I like that this shade has a shimmer, dipping back into that yellow shade to make this a little bit more like a Kelly green. So that is pretty much the gist of like the witch face. You can go as dramatic or as not dramatic as you want on the eyes. I'm gonna do a little bit of just like a really shimmery eye. So I'm actually just gonna go in with this is the Dose of Colors Fuego highlight, and I'm gonna apply this with my finger just all over my lid. And this is gonna be just a really nice highlight color. Also gonna highlight the high points of my cheeks with this. And just like everywhere else that I would normally highlight. Now I'm gonna go in and line my lower lash line. I just want this a little bit darker. I'm sorry, my lower waterline. You could easily do lashes with this look. I think that would look really cool, but you don't need to at all. I'm just gonna apply some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. Definitely would want your lashes to look like kind of long, but I like them looking like almost spidery and like disheveled. And you can achieve that with this mascara really easily. Just kind of making sure that you get all the lashes. I'm gonna carve out my contour a little bit more with just the Shade and Light palette. And this is my standard contour brush, my M523. And I'm just gonna contour like I normally would. You can do this before the green. I just feel like it would cover it up if you did, but either way, I just wanna add a little bit of regular contour. I'm gonna put a little bit on the sides of my nose. And do my jawline as well. I'm gonna do a really basic lip, but I feel like you could also do a dark lip if you wanted. You could do like a really dark shade. I would do like a black. Just gonna go in with a nude. This is the Desi Katie Dose of Colors collaboration. This is the shade Hey Girl. Then I'm going to go on top of that with the Dose of Colors. This is, again, the Desi Katie collab Over the Top gloss. Fuego, the highlight we used, and this gloss are both like they're complementing shades. So I think this is going to look nice with like the gold eyeshadow. As simple as that. Take my hair out. I feel like you could leave your hair kind of however you want. I feel like the grosser your hair, the better, if that makes sense. Like you could keep it, you could make it real greasy. I wouldn't like curl it because I feel like that doesn't really suit a witch. If you want to be even more witch-like and ugly, you can add like a mole. So I have a zit on my chin, and I feel like this is the perfect excuse to cover it up and create like a little mole. I'm actually just using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is what I normally fill my brows in with. Like a black eyeliner would work, a brown eyeliner, anything like that. And this is just a pencil brush, any brush that's like precise like this. I'm just tapping it on. Creating an ugly mole. I want it to be a little bit darker, so I'm just going in with a black eyeshadow in the Jaclyn palette. There we go. That's more mole-like. Can you come look at this mole?
Yeah, that works.
It looks like a mole. Another one? More than one? And then you really just need a hat. Like a broomstick or like a cape. So there you have it, witch. Look one complete. Okay, so we've put our entire base down. I just did my basic foundation, concealer, powder, and brows. The first step we're gonna do is contour. I am using the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette, and I'm mixing these two shades together. I really wanna scoop my contour like this to make I want my cheekbones to look higher. So I'm gonna bring this up just like this. So like a lot more round than I normally would do it. Okay, and then we're gonna go right over that with blush, like right in the same place. I'm even gonna bring that blush up onto my contour. Any like bright pink blush will work. I'm just using my basic blush in the Aspen Ovard palette, but like any bright pink blush will work. And you wanna do the exact same thing. So like follow that U shape and bring it up onto the temples as well. It was all about like bright colors and a lot of color, like super colorful. Don't forget the apples of your cheeks. Basically, you won't be wearing too much blush. They pounded blush. I'm also just gonna add a little bit of that Shade and Light palette to the sides of my nose. Just wanna contour that out a teeny bit. Okay, moving on to eyes. Basically, glitter is gonna be your best friend. I am going into the Jaclyn palette and I'm gonna grab this shade right here, this purple shade. I'm just gonna coat my entire lid with this. Blending back and forth, just like that. I'm also going to bring this down underneath my eye. I'm going to go in with the shade Leo right here in the BH palette, and this is like a really pretty pink shimmer. And I'm going to press that on the lid. So I'm basically using all shimmers right now because you want to be like really disco, you know? Beware of follow. You could do this in blue, you could do this in green. I went for purple. I'm just grabbing a neutral shade and I'm gonna buff out the edges of that purple just so it's not as harsh. I'm gonna go a little bit more precise underneath here and bring it all the way in. So any like flat brush you have. From there, I'm just gonna take my black eyeliner and line my waterline again. Right here. I'm also going to take that on my lower lash line. Not in my waterline, but right in my lower lash line right here. I'm going to add this shade right here from the Jaclyn palette. It's just like a more peachy, kind of warm shade. Just going to buff that shade right here. Just so that when we put the lip on, we are blending everything together. I'm going to highlight with a mixture of, this is the L'Oreal Lumi, also the Dose of Colors Fuego, and this is just going to amplify everything. At this point, you could easily pop lashes on. Totally an option. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible for you guys. So, like I said, the eyeshadow is really going to be the star of the show here. So, all I'm doing is mascara. Just coat your lashes. I am going in with Hey Girl from Dose. I just absolutely love the finish of this lipstick. You definitely want it to be a nude lip though, or like a bright pink would be cute. But don't do anything dark. Any neutral clear gloss. This is over the top. Okay, and that's it for makeup. I would then set everything. For hair, I just put a little bit of a kink, like a curl in my hair. I would just tease the hell out of it, honestly. Like, using any brush, tease it. You want it to flip out here. They had really big hair, so the bigger you can make your hair, the better. I'm gonna side part this a little bit more. You can curl this in like small little curls. You can kind of do whatever you want. I'm just trying to make it easy, so like if your hair's straight, you can make that work. Okay, so they did I'm doing the part. I don't know what to do with this hair. It should probably be over here, but we'll see if that actually happens. We're gonna like pin it right here. I'm gonna have to pull this over because these hairs are not cooperating. That's okay. So a little swoop and a little poof. Swoop and a poof. Don't forget to set your face. You want all that powder to like melt into your skin, so, and stay there all night, so this is important. That's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope one of these two looks is going to work for you. I hope you guys have an amazing Halloween, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye. I wish I had like a little Toto dog. Or maybe you should get a bucket of water and throw it at me. Now I'm going to pin it. So, Are you kidding me?